Welcome to the Maggi Food Court Caribbean Season 4. Last season, after an intense Caribbean showdown, Barbados won their case represented by Chef Damien Leach, who took first place as the Maggi Food Court Caribbean champion of Season 3. Now, 1 year later, Barbados must defend their title as 6 countries once again send their best chefs to plead their case and compete in the Caribbean's ultimate cooking showdown. This season, the stakes are higher, the pots are hotter, and the competition is fierce. With all new challenges, surprises, and an emphasis on world-class technique, the defendants have tough trials ahead. Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, St. Lucia, Guyana, Suriname, and Jamaica. These Caribbean nations have put forth their finest chefs for the region's finest culinary competition. Food, culture, skill, and prestige all combine into a melting pot of culinary spectacle. This is Maggi Food Court Caribbean Season 4. The bar has been raised, with our defendants now having to face global scrutiny from food royalty on the jury panel. Joining veteran juror and business executive officer of Nestle Caribbean, Okino Petrie, are 2 international celebrity chefs, Noel Cunningham and Roger Mooking. Noel Cunningham is a multi-award-winning Jamaican-Canadian chef, television food expert, food podcaster, food writer, and best-selling cookbook author. Born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, and based in Toronto, Ontario, he is one of Canada's most renowned chefs. Roger Mooking is a Trinidadian-Canadian celebrity chef and TV host. He is currently the proud owner and executive chef of his own restaurant, Twist by Roger Mooking. Roger has made several guest TV appearances on The Today Show, Good Morning America, Iron Chef, and Chopped. He has also hosted his own TV shows such as Man Fire Food on the Discovery Network and Man's Greatest Food on the Cooking Channel. The pressure is on as these culinary stalwarts will mercilessly decide the fates of the Caribbean's finest chefs using world-class standards. This season, Judge Geronimo Green returns to preside over the court's culinary proceedings. Hailing from the host country, Jamaica, Judge Geron has over 12 years of culinary experience and is passionate about food and the impact it can have. He brings his expertise, wisdom, and watchful eye and stands proud as the highest authority of the Maggi Food Court.
Welcome back. This is Season 4 of Maggi Food Court Caribbean. Welcome to our all-new state-of-the-art courtroom, outfitted with the most sophisticated culinary apparatus. In this season, 16 chefs have been summoned from all over the Caribbean to present their culinary cases. These defendants will be tested to their very limits in challenges designed to highlight creativity, character, and culinary fortitude. Who will be crowned Grand Champion of Season 4 of Maggi Food Court Caribbean? Only time and dishes will tell. Food, drama, and verdict.
In this episode, 16 professional chefs from across the Caribbean must prove themselves in a team challenge. The chefs will be randomly split into 4 teams of 4, but each team can only be represented by 2 chefs at a time. It's a relay-style cook-off as the chefs must switch places with their teammate after the first round. The defendants have 1 hour and 15 minutes to prepare a 3-course fine dining meal using select cuts of pork. Now, let's go to court.
Chefs, I have randomly put you into teams of 4. You will be required to use a secret ingredient. However, only 2 chefs from each team can cook at the stations at any one point in time. You'll be given 10 minutes in which to strategize and choose the 2 chefs that will go up first. I will now put you into teams.
On Team 1, we have chefs Alicia, Dino, Candice, and Adrian. On Team 2, we have chefs Romaya, Khadija, Mikel, and Halim. On Team 3, we have chefs Aliyah, Rondell, Shirek, and Tevin. On Team 4, we have chefs Dustin, Shamar, Trisha, and Alex.
Chefs, at this point, I'll invite you to exit the courtroom while we prepare for the first trial.
If you have to use all of that,
No, we're not using that.
no. I mean, if you have
Season 4, Maggi Food Court is back. You know, what do you anticipate is going to happen in season 4 that's different than 1, 2, and 3?
I mean, now these contestants can watch 3, entire seasons to see what they can almost prepare for. I mean, every season, it's a brand new show. It's a brand new set of challenges. We've brought back Saltfish twice, and it's always our best episodes. People tend not to know what to do with it, but I'm looking forward to the versatility. Eating patterns are changing. People are looking for more healthier options. So I'm looking forward to what they will bring this season.
Chefs, welcome back. As you all know, a critical part of your culinary training and knowledge is the art of butchery. Today, I have provided for you the very best grain-fed pig. You'll be required to create 3 fine dining courses using 3 different cuts of these pigs. Are you up to the task? Yes, sir. Oink, oink. So now you have an hour and 10 minutes in which to prepare your very best execution for presentation to the jury. Chefs, who will be going up first?
when you're chopping.
Like being here amongst all these talented chefs, don't feel real at all to me, but we're just there for the experience.
The nerves is a bit there. Yeah, being in front of the camera is one of my weakest points, I would say. My nerves sometimes go up and down, but intimidate, no.
You know, what with Beacon Trees, it's just a matter of believing in myself and trusting the process that I am good enough to come out on top.
The party? Okay, so you want to do that at the end.
When you're put in situations where you have to assert your confidence, it really makes you question, like, why do I deserve this? Why am I supposed to be here? What have I done to earn my place here?
Remind myself that less is more. Try to be creative, but not too ambitious, because we're on a clock.
Last year, when I bought the floor because of drinking.
When I came the first time, I realized that everyone was older than me, but at the end of the day, I don't really want to. I know what I came here for.
But you see, they're looking for skill in breaking down the pig as well. So it's not just taking the parts that we need, we actually have to break that pork down.
I think that the competition is looking stiff. Everyone is super talented and experienced. I just think this is going to be a really tough competition.
In the first round, Team 1 with Alicia and Dino, Team 2 with Mikel and Romaya, Team 3 with Aliyah and Tevin, and Team 4 with Dustin and Shamar are up first. Let's take a look at Chef Alicia's case file.
My name is Alicia Stout and I am chef and owner here at Green Mango Cafe. I like to take the Bajan ingredients, do them a little differently based on my different influences from the different chefs I've worked with. I love to eat with my eyes first, so I like to make sure my plates are beautiful, and I think really fast on my feet, so look out, because I'm coming to Maggi Food Court Caribbean.
Let's take a look at Chef Dino's case file.
My name is Dino Burns. I am 23 years of age. I'm from Port Moresby Kitchen and a chef at Boozer Austria, Italian. So my inspiration comes from my older brother. As a child growing up, he would always be saying that when you grow up, you want to be a chef, you want to go on ship, travel the world. And mentally, I never think about having a next career or doing an extra. Cooking is me. When I cook, I use my heart, I cook with passion. Look how chef, what chef afford. Some come cook on the Maggi Food Court, do it from a restaurant, and do it for myself. One Boozer, one bad chef.
Let's take a look at Chef Ramaya's case file.
My name is Ramaya Jackson. I am from St. Anne, Jamaica. For me, cooking has been like a big part of my life. I fell in love with food in a different way, you know? Started to realize that food was more than just flavors. It's about colors and textures and experiences and being able to teleport you to places all across the globe without leaving your seat. So I'm coming to the Maggi Food Court. And anybody that's coming better be ready.
Let's take a look at Chef Mikel's case file.
My name is Mikel Denny. I'm from Eastern Quarry, Laventille. I use our local ingredients, infuse it with international cuisines, and I bring that perspective to the taste buds of people around. Because of my over 20 years in experience in the kitchen, I believe I have what it takes to be the next best thing on Maggi Food Court. To all the other competitors there, be careful, because Chef Mikel is coming hard to represent for Trinidad and Tobago.
Let's take a look at Chef Alia's case file.
I am Aliyah Terrelong, aka Chef Leah. I am the executive chef and owner of Plates. I am from Kingston, Jamaica. I started wanting to be a chef after discovering Food Network. I loved the way they presented themselves and the food, so I said, you know, this is what I wanted to do. Don't let the good looks and the bright eyes fool you. I'm coming to win Maggi Food Court for Jamaica.
Let's take a look at Chef Tevin's case file.
I'm Tevin Little, executive chef at the Curve restaurant. I'm from Epsom, St. Mary. Growing up, I never knew I would become a chef though. I went to Art College of Hospitality Services. In the middle of my food and beverage course, I just transitioned and just never turned back. Most of my younger years, I've been a sponge, which helped me to be more versatile. Pastry, hotline, pantry, wherever it is. So to everyone coming to the Maggi Food Court, beware, because I'm here and I'm here to take the trophy home.
Let's take a look at Chef Dustin's case file.
Hi, my name is Dustin Algatti. I am the owner of The Chef Catering, executive chef. The years of dedication within the industry in Guyana, and I study abroad, came back home to use my craft. I infuse local cuisine with international cuisine and develop the industry within our country. So all the chefs in the Caribbean, be afraid. I'm coming to Maggi Food Court to take this competition.
Let's take a look at Chef Shamar's file.
My name is Shamar Harris. I'm 27 years old. I come from Spanish Town, St. Catherine. And right now we're at Boozer Austria, Italiana. Winning this competition would mean a lot to me. It would give me a lot of publicity, more experience cooking, and so new rooms to my car. I believe I can win because I'm very creative. I can think on the fly, and I'm very adaptable. To my fellow competitors at Maggi Food Court, I can take your food.
Let the trial of the hog begin.
Use the food season. Just thing, right? When I walk in and I saw, I was like, pig.
I felt the tension. I tried to do my best when it said start, but I got nervous.
But obviously it's your first challenge, so you're kind of in a head. I said, Jesus, please. First one of them will come out so strong.
I'm worried, but I'm still confident with my team, you know.
In the back. Even before, I was talking to myself. Don't be a headless chicken. Take your time, know what you're about, and just execute.
You're not serious right now. Day one and you giving us a half of a pig. I don't know how much easier it's going to get from here. It's not looking good at all.
Pardon me? No, we need to focus on the pork, bro.
Yeah, but we don't have a board. What we're gonna do?
Oh, yeah.
Raw truth, I say this competition has style. Because they sent her upstairs to prep a 3-course meal and they didn't inform us nothing about any pork or any type of protein or any such of any protein. When we came back downstairs, it's a whole lot of pig to butcher.
Right now, I'm just feeling a bit concerned because never have I ever broken down a whole pig, half a pig before. And in my team, nobody was really feeling confident about it, so I decided to tackle it.
Yeah?
So we said we're gonna come up with a cream of pumpkin soup. I couldn't find the pumpkin, so I just switch it, turn it into sweet potato soup. And then we come up with a polenta.
Add a little Maggi to flavor. As sure as I know, I set up the front leg to be set on the pressure cooker. I know that by the time they're supposed to come, it's supposed to be ready.
So there's this teamwork play, but you have to make the plan out the beginning. So, you know, like if you're gonna try and do a braised pork, personally, I'm avoiding that because there's other things you can do with a tenderloin or a pork chop or a chicharron skin that's a la minute that you could guarantee you could get it done instead of like a pork that might be able to come out, but it's tough, it's not tender enough yet and stuff like that. So strategy is very important here, you know?
Use of time, very important.
Yeah.
Because each cuts of pork cooks at different time and temperature, you know, so timing is where it's at.
I mean, if I was on a team, I try to lead because I'm not going home because you think my 10,000 a lie did. So
what would you cook?
Me, I mean, I'm not a chef, but something easy, I'd probably go with some pork chops. But if I went in there and saw that whole pig, I would not know where to cut to get the pork chop. So I'm hoping to go in the second set. Otherwise, I'd just be looking at this very point asking somebody to cut it, you know?
But that's the reason why they're in the kitchen and you're not.
Exactly.
You have a whisk? Yeah. All right, here what you do. Gradually add and stir. Gradually add and whisk. Add and whisk. Gradually. All right, you go whisk and add a little.
We did a coffee rub roast pumpkin soup. We rubbed it with the coffee and got that going. Pumpkin in the oven, you know.
We roasted off the pork ears to make a crumble to go over coconut coffee. That's supposed to be appetizer.
We also started the prep on the entree. So Tevin was doing the butchery and I was prepping some of the elements like the chimichurri. So, you know, got everything chopped. We also put on the carrots for the carrot puree that was supposed to be on the entree.
My objective was to get meat broken down. I took charge of the meats and I took charge of the appetizer on a whole.
So I did the things that I know would take the longest, like put on the potato, do the mash for the spring roll. So the jasmine rice, the instant coffee, coconut milk, Maggi, nutmeg, oat milk, because you couldn't start cooking the rice with coconut milk because it would get too thick.
I am struggling. I think I'm struggling. Are you able to?
So my first impression of my teammates was that I got the weakest group. We decided to do pork croquettes. I decided to French a pork bone. and cut them into sections.
So you have that prep? Or are you doing that next? That's good. We don't need any more than that.
We pressure cooked the pork because we wanted to get it as tender as possible in the time that we had. We had potatoes boiling for the croquettes. The main course, the plan was the pork chop with a pumpkin choca. And then for dessert, we were gonna do a dark chocolate tamarind mousse with like crispy fried pig ears.
All right, so this is it. The heat of battle is on here in Maggi Food Court. Battle of the pig. You can hear the pan. All right, talk to me, chef.
Hi,
What's
chef.
on?
Right now, I know that we're gonna attempt to do a pork croquette for
Ooh.
starter.
She's going French, a pork croquette. So, gentlemen, sir, come and tell me about the courses. I want to hear the 3 courses that you're making. What's the first course?
I would have picked the super salad. Pork ribs with the main course seasoning and left for the peppers.
Pork ribs. I heard pork ribs, pork croquette. And what's the final course?
I think we're doing a mousse with crispy pork skin, sweetened.
A mousse with crispy pork skin. So what's going on in your little skillet over there?
So now we're here rendering some pork fat to add internal aioli.
And you're toasting some rice here.
Yeah, that will be added to the dessert.
Ah, nice. So remember, chefs, that all 3 courses must contain this pure grain-fed pork. And talk to me over here now, chefs. Ooh, this looks nice. Is this pork fat?
Yes.
Lardons.
Yeah, this is the skin and stuff. We're going to use it for the pumpkin soup. So we're making coffee rub roast pumpkin soup for the appetizer.
Roasted pumpkin bisque.
Right.
Pork shoulder. What are you doing with the pork shoulder?
Marinate them in some olive oil, some oyster sauce, and peppers.
Ah, what's the final course? Talk to me.
Final course is gonna be a chocolate dome.
A chocolate dome. All right, talk to me now, chefs. All I see is a big pan with pork over here. Talk to me.
So we have a sweet potato soup with
Sweet potato soup.
mushroom, and we're using Boston butt to go with it.
Ooh. You know the cuts.
Yeah. And then we have a polenta.
Polenta.
Yeah, polenta.
Red tomato polenta going with full shoulder.
Full shoulder, but you say full shoulder, but I see, where is that piece of shoulder?
Here.
Oh gosh, chef, but you need to get that on the fire right now. The heat of battle is on here in Maggi Food Court. It has never been this exciting. But who is going home? Oh.
Shamar, he did good on breaking down the parts of the pig that we need. And I recommend him that despite, he drop on the ground.
I don't know if I do enough to help my team, but I hope inside they can work with it.
She was quite composed. She was clean. She was she memorized everything that we had. I was trying to make sure that I remember everything, and she memorized everything. So she was like my notepad.
The team for the bottom 2, honestly, as long as it is not myself and my teammates, everything is good. I don't know what I think is going to be in the bottom 2.
Yes, I am amongst a group of very talented chefs, but the only person can keep me back is me.
Miguel, he just ate that up. He just ate that challenge up with me. And I feel like we worked really well together. I think that was a good 2-man squad to put out for the first leg.
So I was working with Alicia. It wasn't difficult because we tried do our best to work together, communicate with each other, ask each other question, and come to a decision.
I'm not sure if Team 4 got all 3 dishes, but I would say that we stand a chance to be in the bottom 2 teams.
Step away from the counter. Your time for cooking has expired. Please, leave the court. Yep, leave it running. Leave the court. Bail it. Out.
Chefs, it's time to switch. Now stepping in, Team 1 with Candice and Adrian, Team 2 with Halim and Khadija, Team 3 with Rondell and Shrek, and Team 4 with Trisha and Alex.
When Candice and I got down there, it really wasn't a mess. We tried our best to clean up and work through it.
The place was in a mess. And trying to look around that, it was very hard.
Our first reaction to seeing the pig was, oh my God.
Well, they could have just given us something else, but I just got along with it.
I was shocked. I was like, a half a pig, boy?
All right, so they finally switched over now. But interestingly, it's a different pace. The teams have come in, they had the opportunity to watch to see what the persons were doing before. So I think coming in now, they see all the gaps. For me, I still see a lot of raw meat.
Especially I'm looking at Team 1 and Team 4. Team 1 has it looks like pork butt chunks started on a grill, and now they move it to a pan. So yes, I'm like you, I'm a little concerned. You know, time is crunching.
Time is not their friend for this one, and I think it started from the poor communication, I think, overall. It really started very bad. So this last group is now under pressure to make it up.
It's going to be a tough competition. I can see it. There are a lot of competitors out there. They're saying some things I've never experienced before, never seen these ingredients before. Man, it's not going to be a breeze. I can tell you that. Not no walk-in with Emancipation Park.
Let's take a look at Chef Halim's case file.
Hey everyone, my name is Halim Kard. I'm the executive chef and restaurant consultant for Offshore Lounge and Restaurant. What makes my cooking very unique, I would say that there aren't many chefs like myself that have the determination and the goal that I've set to elevate Jamaican cuisine. I don't need an introduction. You know who I am, and I'm coming to the Maggi Food Court to take it all in the name of the Jamaica land we love.
When we got in, we had to just think of something different to prepare because we just couldn't find an appetizer. Obviously, we needed to put something on the plate. So the rice pudding turned into like a rice mash or something. It was not pudding. When I started off, I was like, oh my goodness, this is definitely gonna be a challenge.
Let's take a look at Chef Khadija's case file.
Hi, my name is Khadija Lewis, here on the beautiful island of St. Lucia. I infuse a lot of our local fruits. As long as it's 100% St. Lucian, it is in my menu. I'm bringing something new to the table, new techniques, new methods, new flavors. I'm coming to the Maggi Food Court competition. For everyone who's there, do not underestimate me.
I've never taken part in a competition before, so to get selected, it was like just this surreal feeling. I just immediately just wanted to do my best, come here and make my family, my friends, and my country proud. You know, so many factors come into play when it comes to winning as well as losing, right? Even if you don't win, it doesn't diminish your ability, so nobody here is going to intimidate me. None.
Let's take a look at Chef Adrian's case file.
My name is Chef Adrian Coggins. I'm the house chef of Vista Stays Vacation Resort located in St. Joseph, Maracas. My unique touch for Trinidad cuisine is to take it and marry it with Italian cuisines and the French techniques. If you can't believe in yourself, you'll never get anywhere in life. So obviously I believe that I can go all the way and win this competition. I'm Chef Adrian Coggins and I'm coming for the top spot in Maggi Food Court Caribbean.
Pineapple, not orange. None of the persons on my team was carvers. So the pig was kind of a shock. It was challenging for me personally because, as I said, I didn't know how to carve up a pig.
Let's take a look at Chef Candice's case file.
Hi, my name is Candice Carr and I'm a line chef here at Uncork 2 in Kingston, Jamaica. So I got into cooking from around 4 and I thought I was the biggest chef in the world. What makes me unique as a chef is that I like to find out why the ingredients are the way that they are, what makes them tick together or combine together. My competitors, congratulations on being selected, but Chef Candice Carr is coming for that top spot on Maggi Food Court.
Boy, was a rough start. A rough start, I get real mad. I sit down upstairs and I was only cussing. I was mad.
Forget the jerk seasoning and just get the pork.
You don't need to show it.
Don't play it on.
Against my better judgment, I should have gone in first because I am a butcher, but I wanted to also go in second
so that I could finish it off in terms of plating and whatever.
Let's take a look at Chef Trisha's case file.
Hi, I am Chef Trisha Gregoire and I run the cafeteria at the St. Joseph Government Primary School. I actually wanted to be a flight attendant, and the first time I went into an airplane I realized I don't like flying too much. So the next best option was something that came natural to me. I was blessed with a gift of cooking. Chef Trisha Gregoire is coming and she's bringing all the flavors from Trinidad and Tobago. You didn't want to turn it down?
Who have the blender cup?
Can I use this? Yeah, go ahead.
Good, I want it after, right?
Yeah.
Well, whipping cream.
Personally, having experience in sports and being a professional footballer previously, I love competing. Competing is in my nature. Going ahead into competition, you always have to have a good mindset in terms of how you're going to start, how you're going to finish, what is the plan, what's the game plan, what's the strategy.
Let's take a look at Chef Alex's case file.
I'm Chef Alex, CEO and owner of Hungry Belly's Catering. So my influence on food basically started from a tender age of 6, 7. My mom gave me a toaster oven, to start me out. I know I can win because I'm a general, straight up. I'm a CEO, for run things, and I'm a Jamaican, simple. All my other competitors look out on the eye because I'm coming.
Well, whipping cream.
You see, the Trinity State and the Jamaican, they talk a little fast, so I had to adapt and focus a little bit more. I like to observe and check how the others are, and based on that, I can just put my energy into it. What's up?
Let's take a look at Chef Shirek's case file.
Hi, I'm Shirek from Suriname, Paramaribo. Right now we're in El Patron. The Surinamese cuisine is a very bright cuisine. We have all kinds of people here. That makes it like kind of mix. I want to put Suriname at the market so people can know us better, and that's just the main job to do right now. Be ready, guys, because Suriname is coming to the Maggi Food Court. So now I'm just waiting on the... Yes. Okay.
I'm not a big butchery person. I think that's one of my, I won't say disadvantage in the kitchen, because I can butcher when needed to be, but that's going to be my first preference. But being a very seasoned chef, I understand the different cuts of a pork.
Let's take a look at Chef Rondell's case file.
My name is Rondell Thompson. I'm 27 years of age and I'm the head chef of Show Group of Restaurants. One of the main questions a chef always gets is what started them cooking. And to be honest, my mom is one of the main reasons why I became a chef. When it comes to competition, I'm great at analyzing my competitors. Now I'm looking at their strengths, I'm looking at their weaknesses. Hope you're ready. Chef Rondell is coming to have fun, he's coming to compete, coming to win, and he's coming to show you all this year on Maggi Food Court Competition.
The place was in a mess, and trying to work around that was very hard, but I think we pulled through. We did our best.
We did a grilled pork belly, and that was with broad bean fritter, pickled radish, caramelized onions, serve a little piece of lime on the side for acidity. It was grilled pork tenderloin and shoulder, mashed potatoes, and glazed carrots. We did a coffee and pork fat rice pudding with oat milk and crispy pork ears and grilled pork liver.
Get the pork going.
When Candice and I got down there, it really wasn't a mess. We tried our best to clean up and work through it.
We were racing against time, so the plates were a little basic. But I knew that we needed to get it on the plate. There was no ifs nor buts about that.
The first dish we did was the potato and pork croquette with poached pear and chocho coulis. The second course was a pumpkin tal curry with a jerk roasted pork chop. and plantain crisps. Dessert was a chocolate mousse with tamarind and crispy pockets.
Actually, like now, he's very quiet, but he's only quiet because he doesn't speak English properly. So that was one of the main challenges with him and I was finishing off. For who know me know, I am a plating bantan. I can play to ackee and saltfish. Miss you, good luck. Right, Maggie, stuff?
Yeah. I think the time wasn't enough. I was rushing and I did my best. I just did my best. I did all I could.
I think time restraint always helps you push yourself even faster. Collectively, we came up with a lot of concepts and components that pair very well together.
So for our appetizer, we did a coconut polenta topped with chopped pork. We did a blended spinach and a carrot puree to garnish it off. Then we did a creamy sweet potato soup with coconut milk. That was accented with some sauteed mushrooms and pork, and with plantains in there as well to balance off the salt. The entree was mashed potato with carrots in it. We still had some of the same blended spinach and the carrot puree, so we utilized that because we don't like to waste. Finish it off with a tamarind glaze, pork loin, and pork rib.
Any other green? Look for it. Time?
Countdown, 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, I need to start getting things on the plate. No matter what it was, I just knew I had to get it on the plate.
When I heard the timer going down, I said, get everything onto the plate. It doesn't matter. I would prefer it overcooked than undercooked.
I heard 45 seconds and I was like, yo, just do it. Just get it out there. And that's what we did.
Boy, I think we put it together for the better.
Personally, I think the plating was beautiful, well presented, a lot of colors.
Just the one at the side. Compared to the other plates. Again, as I said in my earlier interview, I'm the Beyonce and them was the Michelle's, but it was great. It was really great. I'm really proud of what we produced. The dishes looked amazing. The flavors was great. I really hope the judge enjoyed them.
All right, chefs, step away from the counter. Forks down, knives down, spoons down. Turn off all burners. Your time for cooking has expired.
It's time to present the dishes to the jury.
All right, so Chef Adrian, tell us about your team's dishes.
The first dish is a potato and pork croquette in a poached pear and chocho coulis, right? The second course is a roasted jerk pork chop in a pumpkin tal curry with deep fried plantain chips. And the third course, which is the dessert, it's a chocolate mousse with crispy deep fried pork ears tossed in cinnamon and sugar with tamarind, with piece of tamarind, sorry, just to give it a bit of acidity towards the sweetness.
Ah. Everything is okay right now?
This pear and chocho thing is nice.
Yeah, well, very flavorful.
Yeah, very flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
Texture is pretty good.
I think it's a little under-seasoned for me.
The flavor is nice. I like to see the potato for croquette a little bit finer, smoother.
I think I'm getting more of a meatball than a croquette.
It's not bad actually.
But is this a fine dining dish though?
No.
Okay.
But how much would you pay for this, Roger?
I'm here eating for free.
All right. Let's jump into the third course.
The mousse is moussing.
It's moussing? Nice and light.
Yeah, it's airy, which, you know.
I think they could have done something else. I don't know. It's just not $10,000.
Alrighty, so let's sum up the three dishes in our experience.
It was a good start, actually, coming from Team 1 in that they showed some creativity, a little bit of inventiveness, and they actually cooked the pork through in different ways.
They had a rocky start, but then they pick it up and I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For me, for competition, I expected a little bit more. I don't think there was any Michelin star in that constellation for me. All right, so let's welcome Team 2.
Chef Alim, tell us about your team dishes.
So we have for our app is a broad bean and pork fat fritter. That's paired with a grilled pork belly, pickled radish, and some caramelized onions. Our entree is a grilled pork tenderloin and pork shoulder. That's served with a roasted red pepper sauce, virgin coconut oil, mashed potatoes and glazed carrots. And our dessert is a coffee, oats and rice pudding, served with barbecue liver, crispy skin, and Edward flour.
Well, you know, what do you think of that?
Well, I think mine is a little bit burnt. I'm chewing the same piece of pork for the last 10 minutes.
Well, I couldn't finish the pork because there's so much fat rendered. The skin is hard.
I'm not sure if they heard that this was supposed to be like a fine dining. I don't think they
Or if it was supposed to be even dining. I think then they recover in the second course. Let's go to the second course. The mashed potato is very bland.
I'm like, are they leaving it tasting just to us or what?
No, it's a solid no for me.
Basic, and we're aiming for fine dining now.
Let's move to the third course.
That is unexpected.
I don't know what's unexpected about it, Roger. I think what the base of it is too watery for it to be a dessert.
It's bland. The base is bland, and then the thing is like a pilaf with some sauce and some pork. That's all. I'm not getting a complete dessert here.
Like if you mix it together, you're like, This kind of mixture should happen when it goes down, not when you're putting it in.
It's an ambitious plan.
Yeah.
Rice pudding with pork, you know?
Let's discuss. For me, this team needed a little bit more. I don't know. It just never came together. I think all three courses were just not there for me. The pig died in vain.
Well, you know, I think the biggest thing for me is it's a pork challenge, and my favorite thing on all of the plates was the carrot.
Yeah. And I was expecting more from this group, you know, because they were at it.
All right, let's see what Team 3 has to offer. Lucky team.
Tell us what your team number is and what courses you made for us.
So for our starter, we have a roasted pumpkin puree with a candied pork belly and roasted pumpkins at the bottom with a little drizzle of coconut milk. Our second course, we have a spice rub pork tenderloin with a fondant potatoes, roasted market vegetables, and a brown sugar miso glaze. We did a apple and pork ears compote with a bitters chantilly and an almond and Nestle cereal crumble at the bottom.
Kind of very salty.
Salt, pepper,
There's something in there.
And there's something bitter as well. Yeah.
The pork reminded me of char siu pork. That sweetness, the barbecue smoke, well cooked, it's tender.
Is this fine enough?
Not so.
Yeah. All right, let's jump to the second course.
Okay, so they said this one is fondant potato.
Yes, but I don't think it is.
It's well seasoned, no?
Yeah.
The pork?
The potato.
Yeah,
yes. That sauce is nice. You know, it's a really good bite.
Yeah.
The potato, the chimichurri, and that brown sauce.
But the pork is still
Everything but the pork.
I'm just telling you what I'm seeing.
Let's jump to the third course. The pork plate is very good.
I'm looking for the compote.
Yeah, I don't see compote.
But I'm really happy that they really stepping out of the box and trying to do dessert using pork.
There's something bitter.
Is your mind?
Let's do a summation. So Team 3, what do you guys think?
Well, you know, I was most impressed with the pork on this team's dishes, with the initial dish they had with the puree, with kind of like the char siu kind of barbecue bits of pork that were glazed. I thought that was the best pork that we had.
That's the best so far, yeah. I'm still looking for that magic.
Yeah. I'm still looking for it as well. I think in this team, each of their dish had something that made you stop. Well, let's see what Team 4 has in store. Trisha, tell us about your team's dishes.
The app, we did a coconut polenta with chopped pork, blended spinach, and carrot puree. We did a cream of sweet potato soup with coconut milk, and we topped that with sauteed mushroom and pork with some plantain in there to bring out a hint of sweet. The third course for the entree, we did a mashed potato with carrots in it. We did a tamarind glaze pork loin and a tamarind glaze rib. We just used the two different parts of the pork, and we accented it with the same spinach and carrot puree because we had some left over and we didn't want to waste.
It's interesting that they use spinach and I like callaloo, you know?
Yeah, callaloo. The pork have a color but no flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not giving $10,000. It's just giving
$50.
All right, let's see course 2.
Lots of soup today.
Have a nice taste though. I like it. The pepper, they put some scotch in there. Let's check the pork.
I just don't like the fact that we keep on seeing pork being chopped and just adding to stuff.
Yeah, it seems like it's secondary to the dish. Well, let's see the final dish.
Interesting that they do pork 2 ways on this one.
But it's still not giving me fine
dining.
It's giving me some backyard barbecue.
I think the pork though is seasoned. And the presentation as well.
So let's summarize.
Yeah. All right, so for me, this team, I think they didn't think through all the courses. So like if you go somewhere, all 3 of them were a little bit too heavy for you to consume one behind the other, in my opinion. And I thought as well, the soup was like really thick, and the spinach twice was a no for me.
You're supposed to be doing like really fine dining, and you go to any kind of fine dining establishment, often they're not even duplicating the same ingredients across the whole
meal. Bones as well, like
Yeah. Well, I think we've seen all 4 teams, so it's time for us to adjudicate.
Yes. Yes.
All right, chef, so we're at the end of the first challenge. What did you guys think?
You know, I think team 3, for me, is a pork challenge. And the kind of glazed pork that was kind of like chasu pork, to me, that was the best pork that we had yet today. So standing on alone that it's a pork challenge, I think that should be safe and keep them clear. Although, like, there was some naming things issue. You know, like they call a thing fondant potato that wasn't fondant potato. Do we let that slide?
Yeah, we do, because it's a pork competition, right? So definitely for me is closest to fine dining is group 1 for me. Which presentation, so you talk on pork, definitely the presentation must come in and they with the closest in terms of what fine dining is, which is very critical in this competition.
Yeah. I think for me, there were some teams that were really just underprepared, like team 2 for me.
Yeah.
I mean, your taste buds, did you know they only live 10 days?
Yeah.
And I mean, if I had 10 days to live, team 2 is not on my list. So I think for me, maybe team 2 is in the bottom 2, I don't know. I know we'll have to decide, but we need to send 2 people here. Let's see.
Let's see.
All right, so I think we've reached a verdict. All right, I think it's time for us to call the bailiff.
Viewers, have we come to a verdict?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Order the court. Judge Geronimo, preside.
Chefs, your first moment of truth and awakening is here. You are given a task to create 3 fine dining courses fit for a Michelin star restaurant. As a group, I was very disappointed with your performance. That being said, Group 1, you created a mousse that, whilst tasty, did not quite come together with fried pig ears. Not fine enough. Group 2 The pork was burnt. Not quite fine enough. Group 3, whilst you created a cohesive dish, we found that you didn't get the terms quite correct. Your potato was tasty tender, but wasn't fondant. And we expect in Maggi Food Court, if you promise to make something, you make it well. Your pork lardons were delicious, but the puree, just a bit overpowering. Group 4, whilst your dishes were physically appealing, I find that the flavors, they're delayed. That being said, chefs, 2 of these groups will be moving forward, and 2 will have a retrial. Chefs, the first group that is safe here in the first challenge, first trial in Maggi Food Court is Group 3. You may leave the court. So, at the end of the first trial, the second group that is safe is Group 1. You may leave the court. You may leave the court. Leave the court. What that means for the remaining groups is that you're in the bottom 2. You have a lot to think about. You'll have to go back to the cutting board. Your fate will be decided in the next episode. Court dismissed.
Look at the rest, to be very honest, but I'm not to sound cocky, but you have to give yourself a props when you can give yourself a props, to be honest.
So I didn't want to celebrate too much because the race is not for the swift.
I'm just here for the experience. I'm here for the vibes. I'm just here to have a good time.
Just pure shock because we didn't think we were going to make it.
Mind blown.
Pork was burned. Who cooked the pork? I cooked the pork. I burnt the pork. I shagged the team.
That's the last thing I thought was gonna happen.
My heart sunk just because
I am pissed. I am pissed. I am pissed.
For me, I didn't see any faults in our plating.
I'm disappointed in myself. I mean, I tried the best that I could.
I'm hoping this redemption round, we'll be able to really prove myself on what we can do as a team.
Next time on Maggi Food Court Caribbean, the jurors must decide the fate of the losing teams. How will they redeem themselves? Can they appeal to the judge? This is the Team Appeal.